Alright guys, I'm super excited to bring to you another full loom dial. I'm a sucker for full loom dials, and I know a lot of you guys are too. This one uses the C3 Luminova, so it's going to be nice and bright, and it's going to be consistent across the board. You have a really nice matte black handset, very stark contrast between the hands, the printed Arabic numbers and the railroad track going around there, and then of course the loom dial, the Laco writing across the top just below the 12. Other than that, it's fairly sterile, other than the made in Germany at the bottom there. You got a nice discrete date window there. I'm always good with having a date window in there. I'm not really sure where the proper placement on this dial is, but it works down there at the 6. I have no problem with that. So this is the Laco Valencia 42 millimeter. It's also available in a 39 millimeter. So depending on what size watch you want, you're going to be able to find either one of them is going to be the right size for you. I guarantee it. If you're looking for a really good full loom dialed option, this is, like I said, made in Germany, but it uses a Japanese movement. It's the quote Laco 21 or the Myota 821A. There are some people that gripe about it a little bit as far as like it's non-hacking, but it is winding. Like you probably can't hear that, but I can feel it and I can hear it. It is a winder, and then of course, first position is going to be your date, and then the second or the last position is going to be your time change. So, but it is non-hacking. You can obviously see that. So, but other than that, it's a stellar movement. It's super good for timekeeping and balance, with cost and reliability and all that good stuff. So I can see why Laco continues to use it, but I could see where it's maybe time to upgrade to the 9000 series of the Myota. So if you guys are watching. So really nice, smooth, consistent brushing across the whole watch. Nice sapphire crystal up top. I believe we have a sapphire crystal on the back, on the case back here as well. And then you can see that Laco 21 movement. It's also one-way directional for winding, unidirectional. So, that's why you get that, like, quote, rotor wobble or that, because that's its free spin. The other way that's like clutched out. So the other way is actually winding. So, but you can see it beating away on there, and it's doing a good job. There's 21 jewels, so you get to see a little bit of that red jewels in there. Non-screwed down case back. It's like a press fit there. So, but you really aren't ever going to get in there for any reason. I can't imagine why. Non-screw down crown, nice shape to the crown, and pattern keeps all the way across. So it's not signed, but it has a really nice ornamental look to it. Easy to grip and easy to operate. So let's talk about the actual size of it. I measure at 42.10, so just a touch over 42 millimeter. The lug-to-lug distance is 49.6 millimeter. Thickness, although it looks kind of thick, it's actually pretty thin. It's like 12 millimeter thick. It's pretty thin watch. And then you have a 20 mil lug width. At some point, I would like to see the 39 millimeter option as well. It's nice to have a good representation of what that really means, because in this style watch, most people prefer a little bit larger. But, it's totally different than, like, say, a dive watch where you have the bezel going around there. So you have much more surface area once you ditch that bezel restriction. So in a 42 mil, it looks a lot bigger than it really is. It is a 42 mil watch, but, the actual dial's larger. So maybe a 39 aesthetically is going to look better to you. It's all really personal preference. So let me give you a wrist shot. Let me take off my G-Shock Frogman showed up, so I've been wearing that today. Fun watch. I'll do a video on that soon, but let me give you a wrist shot. It has a really nice leather strap on this watch that is paired up nicely. It's not broken in or anything like that, so it's going to be a little rigid looking on my wrist, but that's on my 7.25 or 7.25 inch wrist. And you can see what I mean. Like, it's not a big watch. 42 mil is totally fine for my wrist size, but it has so much dial there, which makes it super legible, gives it a little more presence, and then once you see the loom shot, it's going to look like I have a flashlight on my wrist. It's pretty sweet. So, of course, signed buckle on this guy too. Also, I don't want, it's not brushed. It's more of a satin finish on the buckle. So whereas the case is all brushed. So 5 atmosphere water resist. You can see there. This is a really nice strap. It's actually going to last a long time. So, all right, guys. Retail on this guy is $440. I'm pretty sure there's no or very little discounts anywhere that I looked around. So depending on where you want to buy it from, definitely go to an authorized dealer. You know, just I'm not going to recommend one because no one's really working with me on that. That is a Laco authorized dealer. So just search around and find a good reputable seller and see if you can get a decent deal on it. But $440, that's for the 42 mil and the 39 mil. Laco actually sent this over to Bruce, over the Bruce Williams channel, and then Bruce lent it over. Well, I don't think Bruce lent it over to me. I think Laco approved him to send it to me. So technically, Laco actually sent it to me too. So big thanks to Laco, and also for Bruce for helping me out again, working with me. So, you guys have another perspective on these watches. So let me close you out with a Loom shot, and then after that, we're done. There's a little bit of light dimming. Get ready for the Loom. Boom. And I think the camera's probably picking it up a little bit brighter than it really is, but that's not to say that it isn't bright. It is bright, and I think it's going to last quite a while. It is a legitimate C3 Luminova, and with those matte printed on Arabics and those matte black hands, it's just this stimulates some good feelings for me, and I think it does with you guys too. So a properly done full Loom dial is very fun and easily something that you could have in your collection and rotate in once in a while, especially in the shorter lengths of day. So where you're going to get a little more exposure with that full Loom dial. So you can see it kind of dimmed out a little bit on the camera. So the intensity dropped away a little bit, but to the naked eye, I think that was more of the camera just adjusting. To the naked eye, it's transitioned to almost nothing. It's still like equally as bright. So all right, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next video.